This is the Eye for an Eye channel. Welcome to today's show. You're going to want to share this video with people because they are revealing themselves to all of us right now. And if people start understanding what's going on, this can be stopped. I understand that in the end, God will stop these people, but this can be stopped by us now. Because this is occurring in every town in America. And I'm talking about Freemasons. Freemasonry is the root of all evil. It is the root of the corruption. It is the root of all the problems that everybody, whether they're Republican or Democrat, are having in their lives. They're the ones causing the chaos. That's their motto, order out of chaos. They're the ones who are sabotaging the economy. They're all doing it from within because they've planted these people in positions of power. I've covered Mayor Adams in New York before. I'll get into some of the agendas later in the video. Mayor Adams, this is being revealed to us. Mayor Adams, this is the New York Post, okay? Named Master Mason in secret Freemason ceremony at Gracie Mansion. Now, it's not so secret, is it, that they're telling us that he's a Master Mason? Master Masons, let me show you in a second here the ritual that he went through. And you tell me if this is somebody that you want representing your city. And realize the fact that these people are not elected. They're placed in these positions. And whether or not he was a Master Mason beforehand and they're just acknowledging it now, or whether or not he was already a Mason and then made the oath and the pledge as a Mason that he'll continue his degrees if they put him in a position of power, which is clearly what occurred here. Because to be a Master Mason, you have to complete at least 3 degrees. And even the Masons' websites, when talking about Master Masons, they say it is the final and highest honor in Freemasonry. The Master Mason degree symbolizes man's maturity through increased knowledge and wisdom. It is the culmination of all he has learned through the first degrees, including how to prepare for spiritual enlightenment through the craft's teachings. People hear that stuff, they're like, oh, okay, I mean, whatever. Because it's all like words when you hear them said like that. Nobody really knows how to process it. Kind of like a lot of the crap they spew at you about science. What this means, okay, the spiritual enlightenment that they learn in Freemasonry is that Lucifer is the god of this earth, the god of the world. That's who they worship, Lucifer. It's in all of their teachings, okay? The more you grow in Freemasonry, like becoming a Master Mason, like he just did, this stuff is revealed to you. So this guy is clearly a devil worshiper, and we could see that from the agendas that are pushed. Now, I'm going to show you the 3rd degree, because this is what Master Masons go through. So this is how Mayor Adams spent his weekend on your tax money. This is what he was doing. And you tell me, this is somebody that you want in power? Is this somebody you elected? I don't care about skin color. I don't care about Republican or Democrat, because this is what all of them do. Republican and Democrat are members of Freemasonry. Okay? They believe they're enlightened, and we're not. And by enlightened, to them, that means worshiping and knowing Lucifer. That's what it means. And to become more powerful on this earth, they have to create chaos. Out of the chaos rises the order. And the order of Freemasonry is in every town in this country, you could find a Freemason lodge. And the order usually flows right to your local government. Okay? If the people realize this and the people stop this from happening, like saying, I don't want this in my town anymore. Get them out of here. Who are these people? Oh, you mean these people who meet secretly in private? Because good things only come when people meet secretly. And then, of course, when do they show their face? Oh, when it's convenient, when they can portray themselves as philanthropists and good people and here for the community, all trigger terms that you'll hear them talk about. Same with celebrities. Oh, we're here for the community. Oh, we're giving back. It's a ruse. It's to cover what they really do. This ritual I'm going to show you, listen to the stuff in this ritual. These people take an oath. They don't take an oath to you. They take an oath to the Brotherhood. The Brotherhood wants this country sabotaged, and that's what they're doing. So let me ask you a question, Republican or Democrat. Should these people be allowed to take oaths to a brotherhood when they're supposed to be taking an oath to the people and serving the people? This just shows you that he's not serving the people. He's serving the Masonic order. And the Masonic order says, destroy New York, because that's part of the agenda. Take a look at this embarrassing ritual. This is and then just imagine your mayor doing this, a representative of New York, the biggest city in the world, potentially, the most prominent city. This guy is doing this on a Saturday afternoon while you're paying his salary with your tax money.
We will now continue with the presentation of the rituals of Freemasonry by going into the 3rd degree obligation of a Mason. Behind me, to the left, is where the worshipful master sits. I am the worshipful master of the lodge, and over his head is a symbol, the letter G. And here we have the 3 lesser lights of Freemasonry. Before us, we have an altar. And the altar is a color blue because it represents fidelity to the Masonic order. To the right of me, we have the candidate for Freemasonry in the 3rd degree. He has a blue uniform on, which also represents fidelity. He's hoodwinked with a cable tow about his neck. In case he decides he does not want to keep the secrets of Freemasonry or continue with the obligation, he can be led or dragged out by use of the cable tow. He also is kneeling upon an altar with both knees naked, a symbol of the 3rd degree of Freemasonry, both breast and both knees naked. To my left is an officer of the lodge who will administer the obligation in the 3rd degree. In the middle of the altar, we have the Holy Bible, the square, and the compasses, the 3 great lights of Freemasonry.
Mr. Smith, repeat your name and say after me, I, your name,
Mr. Smith,
of my own free will and accord,
of my own free will and accord,
in the presence of Almighty God,
in the presence of Almighty God,
and this right worshipful lodge,
in this right worshipful lodge,
erected to him, and dedicated to the holy saints John,
and dedicated to the holy saints John,
do hereby and hereon, solemnly and sincerely, promise and swear, I will always hail, forever conceal, and never reveal, any of the secret arts, parts or points, of the Master Mason Lodge, which have been, may now, or shall hereafter, be communicated to me, and charged as such, to any person in the world, except it be, to a true and lawful, brother Master Mason, or in a legally constituted, Master Mason Lodge, and not unto him, nor them therein, until after due trial, strict examination, or lawful information, I may have found them, legally entitled, to receive the same. I furthermore promise and swear,
I
will stand to and abide by, the rules and regulations of the Master Mason Lodge, of which I may be a member, as also the Constitution, resolutions, rules and edicts, of the Grand Lodge, to which I may be, beholden, if within the length of my cable tow. That means, my brother, if I'm able to do so. I furthermore promise and swear,
I
will aid and assist, all poor distressed brother Master Masons, their widows and orphans, wheresoever dispersed, I knowing them to be such. I further promise and swear,
I
will answer and obey, all due signs and summonses, sent me from a regular Master Mason Lodge, or handed me, by a brother Master Mason. I furthermore promise and swear, I will keep the secrets of a brother Master Mason, when communicated to, and received by me, and charged as such. Murder and treason, alone accepted, and these left to my election. Election. I furthermore promise and swear, I will not cheat, defraud,
defraud
a brother Master Mason,
a brother Master Mason,
speak evil of his good name,
speak evil of his good name,
or that of his family,
or that of his family,
or allow the same to be done by others,
or allow the same to be done to others,
if in my power to prevent.
in my power to prevent.
I furthermore promise and swear
I furthermore promise and swear
I will not violate the chastity
I will not violate the chastity
of a brother Master Mason's wife,
of brother Master Mason's wife,
mother,
mother,
sister, or daughter,
sister, or daughter,
nor suffer the same to be done
nor suffer the same or be done
by others,
by others,
if in my power to prevent.
if in my power to prevent.
I furthermore promise and swear
I furthermore promise and swear
I will not be at the making
I will not be at the making
of a woman a Mason,
at a woman a Mason,
an old man in his dotage,
an old man in his dotage,
a young man under age,
a young man under age,
a fool,
a fool,
a madman,
madman,
or suffer the same to be done by others,
or suffer the same to be done by others,
if in my power to prevent.
within my power to prevent.
I furthermore promise and swear
I furthermore promise and swear
I will not sit
I will not sit
in a clandestine
a clandestine
lodge of Masons,
lodge of Masons,
nor hold converse
or nor hold converse
upon the secrets of Masonry
upon the secrets of Masonry
with a clandestinely made Mason,
with a clandestine Mason,
nor one suspended or expelled
nor with an expended or expelled
from a regular lodge,
from a regular lodge,
I knowing him to be such.
I know him to be such.
I furthermore promise and swear
I furthermore promise and swear
I will not communicate
I will not communicate
the Grand Masonic Word
the Grand Masonic Word
except in the way and manner
except in the way or manner
in which I received it,
in which I received it,
and then only in a low breath,
and then only in a low breath,
to all of which
to all of which
I solemnly and sincerely
I solemnly and sincerely
promise and swear
promise and swear
to keep and perform the same
to keep and perform the same
without any equivocation,
without any equivocation,
mental reservation,
mental reservation,
or secret evasion of mind
or secret evasion of mind,
in me whatever,
in me whatever,
binding myself under the no less penalty
binding myself under the no less penalty
than that of having
my
body severed in twain,
my body severed in twain,
my bowels taken thence,
my bowels taken twence,
and with my body burned to ashes,
and with my body burned to ashes,
and those ashes scattered
to
the four winds of heaven,
the four winds of heaven,
so that there might remain
name,
trace, nor remembrance, no more forever, of so vile a wretch, as I would be, should I ever willingly, or knowingly, violate this, my most solemn obligation, as a Master Mason. So help me God, and keep me steadfast in the due performance of the same. Mr. Smith, as an evidence that you took this oath freely and of your own will and accord, please kiss the book before you 3 times. It is the Holy Bible.
Couldn't be more embarrassing, could it? Could it be more embarrassing? I mean, he's got a blindfold on. These are the oaths that these people take. And everybody's like, oh my goodness, that's weird. You know, oh yeah. Well, when you find out that they're doing even more bizarre oaths and more bizarre rituals, and then you find out, you know, some of the rituals are involved in doing really disgusting, disturbing acts because they have to do these acts. Other Masons will make them do these acts to show their loyalty to one another. So in other words, something that they could be blackmailed for, something really, really bad. That's what happens as they progress in Freemasonry. So somebody could say, hey, you have to do this with a kid. And he's got to do it because he has to show his loyalty to the Brotherhood. And then his loyalty will always lie to the Brotherhood because they'll hold that over his head if he doesn't take the orders and the demands that they make. All the Masons have their people in positions of power. And that's why you're seeing this country being sabotaged. It's not because of Democrats and Republicans. Both of them are working together. The Brotherhood is behind all of this. And this is a Brotherhood that worships Lucifer. Now, too many people dismiss Freemasonry, like, oh, that's a bottom-feeding thing. You know, we have the Vatican, we have the bagel biters, et cetera, et cetera. They all go through this, though. It's the same initiation. This is how they get it on a local level. in your towns, infiltrate your town government to push agendas. And that's what Mayor Adams and all these people do. So then you can look at these people and go, okay, he's a master mason, right? Of course, he's a lib for the most part because they're the ones who are really pushing these agendas, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because the conservatives are also going to be pushing the climate agenda and the meat agenda and all these other things to weaken men. And of course, this is one of the things that he's been pushing. What's he been pushing? Well, he's been pushing how people aren't supposed to eat meat anymore, banning stoves, gas-powered stoves, going into the school system to infiltrate and make sure that kids aren't eating meat so they can continue to weaken kids. This is some of the stuff that Adams has done just in the last few years.
Mayor Adams wants New Yorkers to eat less meat to combat climate change.
Food is the third biggest source of cities' emissions, right after buildings and transportation. But all food is not created equal. The vast majority of food that is contributing to our emission crises lies in meat and dairy products.
According to new data released by the city, 20% of the Big Apple's greenhouse gas emissions come from food production and consumption. And the mayor is now vowing to reduce the city's food-based emissions at agencies by 33% in the next 7 years.
Of course, and then on top of that, we all know the migrant crisis and everything else in New York. But if people just understood that this is going on in every town in America, okay, now they're coming out and they're saying, oh, Mayor Adams named a master mason. Well, where is everybody in an uproar? Why is nobody in one? Okay, well, because nobody knows. Now people know. Share this with people. They could see the ritual. Is that an oath? That's an oath that he's taking. Okay, is that not treason? Okay, by definition, that is treason. He's taking an oath to people that none of us know who could be, it doesn't matter because Freemasonry goes throughout all these different countries. So he's literally taking an oath to a secret group, a secret organization that is not his city, that is not his fellow man who he's supposed to serve, he's supposed to be working for. He's taking an oath to those people. This is by admission. There he is. I mean, this isn't some story that's just out there. He's there shaking hands. The story's in the New York Post. So whether they want this story out or not is a different question. Take that away from it. Don't even think like that for this instance, for this story of why it's out there. And just say, okay, it's out there. Here he is, caught red-handed, shaking the hands of a Mason, saying, showing that he's in it. He's wearing the embarrassing little smock or whatever that they wear, that all these losers wear. So he's admitting to being in it. Then you see the ritual. And what do they do in the ritual? Not just other than embarrass themselves in blindfolds, like a bunch of, just dorks, really. And what do they not show you? That they worship Lucifer? But what does he say? He takes an oath to the fellowship, an oath to these people that know people out there know who they are, right? Why do they not want you to know who they are? Well, they don't want you to know because they don't want you to know that the Republicans and the Democrats are working together to sabotage the United States of America, to keep you divided amongst each other, while they continue to empower themselves and continue to sabotage our way of life so they can why do you think they're so hell-bent on taking privacy away and getting in our homes? It's not just because, they want to do that stuff because they want to make sure everything's safe. Of course it's not that. They want to make sure that nobody realizes, because when they do, who these people are and what they're doing, they will overthrow them. There will be a revolution, and there should be one now. They should be thrown out of every town. They should be arrested for treason. And if everybody found out what they actually taught and learned, I'm sure there's still some insane liberals who'll be like, I'm okay with them worshiping Lucifer because it's not a real deity, because they've beaten that in everybody's head. It's not a real thing, it's just them saying that they're into freedoms and all that stuff, like the Satanic temple pushes, which are all lies to get you to allow them to exist in society. When for 1,000 years plus, 2,000 years, however long we've been on earth, whatever your take is on that, these people have been run out everywhere they've been with pitchforks, ropes, and you name it. Why? Because they've been doing this. They've been sabotaging people's way of life. They've been infiltrating. They've been stealing, taking, manipulating, corrupting. And then what do? With people like me, because there's plenty of people out there that expose them, what do they try to do? They try to bully you. They try to use gang stalking tactics. Use it back on them. Stop being fearful of these people. Oh, they're sitting outside your driveway in the car trying to intimidate you. Intimidate them back. Go outside in your bathrobe, packing, okay? We can't be intimidated by these people because these people are now infringing on our constitutional rights, free speech, right to bear arms. They're the ones who are causing this mental disruption in our lives by constantly causing us all to be divided and fight amongst each other while they're laughing behind closed doors, hugging and shaking hands like Biden and Trump. All of them. All of them. It all roots back to Freemasonry. And they're out in the open telling you that they're members of Freemasonry. They're all promoting the same agendas. The climate agenda is an enslavement agenda. Why do they want you enslaved? Because they want control over you. And they want to make sure that when you realize what has happened here and who's taking control and power, and of course it goes way above Freemasonry, but they're all networked together, they don't want you to be able to do anything about it. They want you to be enslaved to the point where, well, you're not armed. What are you going to do? There can't be a revolution. You're stuck inside. There can't be a revolution because the majority of the police force go through a Masonic order, are in the Masonic order. The Fraternal Order of Police is a Masonic order. The police are in on this. I've talked about that for years. People are like, oh yeah, why are they trying to disband? The police are in on it because they want a military state. So they're sabotaging the police forces. These Masons who are pretending to pull over people of the opposite skin color and then shoot them into it. These are all psyops. These are all government controlled. Everybody in the CIA and the FBI have gone through Freemasonry. They're probably in way higher orders, right? People are like, oh, Skull and Bones. Okay, well, before George Bush or any of these people get into Skull and Bones, they're in Malay at a young age. They go through the Freemasonic teachings. Then they go through other orders once they go past the 33rd degree. So they're in way higher up orders, but on your local level, in your town, the Freemasons reside. Look it up. You'll find one in your town. And if it's not in your town, it's on the border of your town. You could be in a really small town. And you'll say, oh, that's what that building is? That's what those signs are for? Why are their windows boarded up? They have fake windows, so you can't see inside and see their rituals. Anybody suspicious? Huh? They only show face when it's a town fair or something like that. So everyone's like, who are they? Oh, and then, oh, they're giving to charity. Oh, they're great people. Because if you found out what they were doing, they'd be gone. This would be over. The chaos would not be ensuing and people would be sane again. Normal. The root of it goes to these people. The root of it goes to Lucifer, and they worship Lucifer. So share this video. I don't want to go into it. I could rant about this for hours, but I know the longer videos most people don't tend to watch. So I'm cutting it off here. But I have tons of videos on the website Uprising Revival about Freemasonry, the degrees, the people involved, the celebrities involved. They're always showing symbols. Simon Cowell, Ashton Kutcher, two of the ones that pop off the top of my head who are out openly walking around with hats on, jet skis with the symbol. Why do you think they're in these positions? They're put there. They're placed there. It's not because they're smarter than you, more talented you, or better than you. It's a scam. It's a ripoff. Travis Kelce, another one that I'm going to continue to talk about, who's being propped up, pushing the agendas, right? What's Mayor Adams? I'm pushing no meat and all this stuff. How convenient they're all pushing the climate agenda. Because how do you think they're going to enslave you with the carbon footprint that people don't seem to understand? Those videos available on the website. Hope to see you over there. Make sure you sub my backup channel. There's a good chance this gets a strike for bullying, of course, this organization. Because who do you think is, the people in the higher ups at YouTube are in way higher secret societies, but they've gone through the degrees of masonry. They're all master masons too. They don't want you talking about this stuff. They'll probably put one of their little Wikipedia things in the bottom, right? I'll do my best to not let them be able to put it there, but they will, I'm sure. The only way I could try to avoid it is by not tagging the video. But the algorithm reads it. Why does it read it? Because it wants to make sure that if you're talking about them, they can immediately deflect from truth, right? Put up their lies, their Wikipedia lies. It's an absolute joke. This guy's openly admitting to be a master mason. Where are the people in New York? Get them out. Treason, treason, treason. This is these people on your tax money taking oaths to one another and not you. If that's any reason not to pay your taxes, any reason to throw these people out of power, for an uprising, so to speak, this would be one of them. Am I calling for that? Of course not. I'm not calling for anything. I'm not calling for any violence. I'm calling for justice. Private justice might need to happen. Real justice needs to happen. These people should not be allowed to be in these secret orders out in the open while serving you in power. But guess what? The guy in the White House is, the guys in the Senate and the House are, they're all in on it. And they all should be thrown out because they're all not elected. They're put there, placed there, and they're sabotaging this country. And thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well. God bless all of you, as always, and your families.